Hi, my name is Harvey, and I'm here to explain. I'm here to explain how I'm here to explain how seasons work. So, oh gosh. So in this case, in this case, so the the Earth is always tilted, and when you turn it, it always different part of the world a different part of the world gets different amount of sunlight, but seasons are or sunlight is what creates seasons. Cuz when it's right here, the it's like right here, the northern part is getting is the northern part is getting the northern hemisphere is getting more sunlight, but when it's like right here, right here, the southern part is getting more sunlight. And that will, as it's shown in this video, and because of the equator, this is why it's shining on the equator, because when it's shining, it shines directly onto the equator. So like, oh wait, I have another thing. So like it shows, see, and now the sun's over here, and the southern hemisphere is getting more sunlight. And then if I turn it, then if I like revolve it around the sun, if I go like and then the northern gets more sunlight but there's a lot of people get this wrong, that there's only two seasons. There's no fall or spring, while one other person is in if one part of the world is in summer, then if one part of the world is in summer, then another part of the world, then the other part of the world, or the other half of the world, is in winter. So there's no possible way for someone to be in winter and someone to be in someone to be in summer at the same time. But it always, when this is phase one, this is summer, because the north, or in this case where it's pointed, North America is getting more sunlight. And so when I turn it, but in the spring, I think it's about right there, so each side gets an equal amount of sunlight. So every time the so when there's always an invisible line right here, down here, called the axis. That is where the sun spins. This is also the bolt right here. That's on the line of the axis, and you always spin it, and it. So the year is one. While the Earth revolves around the sun. Revolve is the root word of revolution. So like pretend this is this flashlight, the sun, and then you spin it, but the Earth is supposed to be spinning, but and sorry if this is like I have to push this around, and it keeps going around. One day is one spin, one complete oh gosh, sorry. One complete spin around, one complete spin of the Earth. So, but if the sorry. One day is one turn around the sun, but one season, each season goes for a quarter of the year, which yeah, and a year is one revolution or one trip around the sun. And if there was no spin on the axis, if there was no, if there was, if the Earth was straight like this, then there would be no seasons. There would be just fall and spring weather all the time, all year round. So so you go 1 second. So sorry. In Ecuador, so Ecuador is, let me find it on the map, around here, South America. I think Ecuador's right around here in South America, but there they get the most sunlight because they're directly on the equator. Or they're not directly on the equator, they're very close to the equator. So the equator always has it always gets about the same sunlight. It always about gets the same amount of sunlight because the sun always stays at one position, but the Earth spins and it revolves around the sun to make the oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I thought the thing wasn't recording. I'm sorry. But the North Pole, it never gets any sunlight. The North Pole on top of there, it never gets any sunlight because whenever the sun's moving or revolves around the sun, revolves around the sun, it just barely skins across it barely touches the top of the top at the North Pole. So, from my research, the Ecuador's average temperature is about 60. Is about 60. Is about 66 degrees. But in other places it's not. Like, for example, in North America, I think the average is about, I'm going to find it here. I would say the average about 50, or I think the average of temperature is about 50 degrees because in Ecuador on the equator, their average is 66 degrees. So I'd say it's about around 50 degrees. But but if you live directly on the equator, it would be really hot. It would get very, very hot. But the word seasons, I learned that it was developed by farmers because so they knew when to grow crops and when not to grow crops. Because in the winter you can't really grow crops because it's cold and you can't really. It's very cold and you can't really grow crops on in a cold climate. And also, 1 second. Sorry. The tilt of the Earth is the whole reason for seasons, because, well, I was also told that the sun so if it was just that, then the sun would just get the same amount of sunlight all year round, all day long. Then wait, I don't know if this is true, but it might be. Nope, never mind. But so the oh sorry, I'm not. But light is always shining somewhere. If without the sun, the Earth would just be a big ball of ice. Nothing would live on it. Without the sun, nothing would be alive. And but with if you never had the sun in your life, then you would die instantly if you didn't have the sun. And but the or not instantly, just you would die very quickly. But uh there's always something that will. So on the Earth, but the equator can sometimes the equator always gets either summer or fall, but the Ecuador has different fall and springs than us, because they're on the equator or close to the equator, and we're not really close to the equator, so we don't get as much sunlight as people on the equator. But that's why you cannot grow anything in a cold climate because the the plants need sunlight to grow, and the sun is the one that provides that. That was my explanation. Bye.